So, after the tragic and god-awful I, Frankenstein came into theaters during the dump month of January, it's now Dracula's turn to show the people of the 21st century what he's got on the big screen. Guys, how do you think that's going to turn out? Dracula Untold is a movie directed by Gray Shore. You know Gray Shore, right? Well, I don't, and I don't think anybody does. So yeah, he did Dracula Untold, and now Dracula is back, flying around and shit, fighting and sucking blood. Actually, there wasn't much blood sucking in this movie, to be honest. So basically, it's a movie about Dracula, about where he come from, and how he became Dracula, his story, his background, kinda like Batman Begins. As a matter of fact, both movies are about bats. Batman, and then look, it's Dracula, and he has bats! The only problem is that one film is great and the other film is quite mediocre, and pretty much on the borderline. So Dracula, played by Luke Evans, is actually Vlad the Impaler. You know, the dude who loves to puncture people by the ass and just hangs them up. So he decides to go into the caves. Then this demon sheds its own blood and then orders him to drink it. Then after that, he becomes powerful, kicking ass during battle and all that stuff. Now Evans did pretty fine as Dracula. Then you got the villain played by Dominic, and he is not a memorable villain. His ultimate goal is to get little boys into war, and Vlad, or Dracula, tries to stop him. So therefore, there's a full-blown war. But the problem is that you need a villain that is memorable. Kinda like Heath Ledger, who played the Joker. But the villain in Dracula Untold is just indistinctive. I mean, he's not in many scenes, and when the final scene is there, you just want to say, yeah, go get him, Dracula, yay. And that is the problem. When the bad things are happening, you want to care, but it's too late, and the emotion is not there. Then you got other characters. Dracula has a son, a wife, and they are forgettable too. Yeah. The thing that I find cool about the movie is, of course, the battle scenes where Dracula is using his bats and his powers to fight the army that is attacking. It kinda reminds me of the Castlevania games, but that could also be a problem at times. And that is the shaky cam. Imagine seeing this movie in 3D. You wouldn't know what the hell is going on. And even the fight scene with the villain was annoying. Then there are a couple of scenes where you're just looking at the movie screen and you just say, come on, that could have been done better. And then a couple of scenes where you're like, I don't understand. Now for some of you, you'll find this film pretty fun, but for some you'll probably be dissatisfied. And no, it's not like the original Dracula movies, so don't put that in your head. I personally don't mind, but my number one problem with the film is the characters. They are not memorable, so therefore you just don't care about them. What the Dark Knight trilogy has that this film doesn't is the characters that you're gonna remember for the rest of your life. You got Batman, Rachel Dawes, Harvey Dent, Commissioner Gordon, Bane, the Joker, all these people and all these actors that you have in your minds. And when shit gets real, you start to get worried and say, oh man, oh god, oh man. Oh god, oh man, oh god, oh man, oh god, oh man. But in Dracula Untold, I just didn't get that at all. No wonder this film is 1 hour and 30 minutes. So yeah, I find this film mediocre. Fortunately, it's not like I, Frankenstein, but the greatness is just not really there. I was going to give this film a 7, but then I give this film a 6. And then things keep on changing. But that's what happens, man. Dracula Untold gets 5 bats out of 10. Come on, Dracula, suck more blood, man. That's what you do. That's who you are. So that is my review of Dracula Untold. Thank you for watching. More reviews on the way. The world
who I am.